so I can't sleep. Wait, I blew a headphone? Wait, there's no snare in my headphone? Wait, hold on. I'm not Eminem. Hold on. Hold on. What the hell? Wait a minute. The right headphone is blown on my wait. Phenomenal. Oh, okay, it's not blown. Oh my god. Guys, I'm having a if I sound like a slobbering bastard, it's because I can't breathe. I can't really breathe right now. Every time I breathe in, I feel a sharp pain in my chest. And so I Googled it and it told me I'm dying. And it's not a good thing to Google when you have anxiety. And so I don't know, do you subscribe to me? If you don't, here's the scenario. I have panic disorder. And what is panic disorder? It feels like you're fucking dying. Excuse my language. They say people that curse are actually higher IQ than people that don't. And actually, it relaxes me. So when I throw a F-bomb here and there, it makes me feel a little better. So I'm having a panic attack. Actually, it's winding down right now, thank God. And this angelic lady that you see here before you is probably the cause of it. Thanks, Mom. Okay, so, okay. I'm having trouble breathing. I'm having chest pains. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. I'm about to fall on the floor. I feel like my blood pressure is dropping and yeah, I'm dying. Fuck, I think I'm dying. And that's what panic. Oh, I'm getting texts. Who is this? Is this the crisis hotline? I think it's the crisis hotline. Oh, hold on a minute. My daughter's saying, do a live stream. No, I'm not going to do it. Let me type. No, because I type with one finger. Yes, old people type with one finger because I will shit my pants. I will shit my pants. I spelled pants wrong. Oh, come on, man. All right. No, because I will shit my pants. All right. So, yeah, I will not do a live stream because I will shit my pants. And why will I shit my pants? Because I have anxiety. Everything just scares the living shit out of me. Get it? Okay. So this lady is causing me a problem. Hey, Ma, why are you doing this to me? So my mother, right? This, look at her, this angelic woman on her wedding day always swore to me. Yeah. Oh, she swore to me. She said, I'm going to haunt you when I go. And I was laughing, ha, 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 ha. She's like, if you do one thing that pisses me off, oh, I'll get you. You wait and see. And so every night I haven't slept in 2 days. Why? Because of this woman. She comes in my dreams. And no, I'm not some weird medium or psychic. It's probably a figment of my imagination. It's not visitation. And so they say when the dead show up in your dreams, it's a visitation dream. They're coming to visit you to say hello. Hello. Everything's okay. Yeah. Hey, I'm hanging out on Cloud 9. And I'm hanging out with my bro Jesus. And yeah, and to the right of me is St. Peter. And we're all having a blast of a time. And no, that's not the type of dreams I get. I get dreams that she's telling me. She's in a room with no windows and no doors. And she's like, hey, I can't get out of here. They're holding me hostage. And I'm like, who's they? She says, I can't tell you. I'm going to get in trouble. I only have a second to talk to you. And then poof, she disappears. And I wake up gasping for air and having panic attacks, covered in a pool of sweat, dripping down the side of the couch or the bed or wherever I fall asleep, sometimes in chairs, sitting up, because I'm afraid to go to sleep. And every single time she comes in my dream, I say to her, oh shit, I know you only have a few seconds and you can't talk to me. And she says, yeah, I only got a second before they catch me. Oh, it's not good here. It's not good here at all. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not good there? It's supposed to be heaven. And she's like, yeah, it's not as good as I thought it was. And then I wake up gasping for air and having a panic attack. And so that once majestically beautiful woman that you saw in all white is in this box. Yes, she is in a box. She is in this antique Baccarat glass crystal sugar casket. Yes, they called it sugar caskets. And I think she's mad at me. Oh, I'm getting more texts. And hold on a minute, I have to tell her I'm going to shit my pants if I do a live stream. She wrote LOL. Okay, very funny daughter. Okay, so my mother's in this box and there's a lock. You see the lock? All right. Yeah, you can lock it, but she's still going to get you. So every night she comes in my dreams and they tell you grief, right? Grief is this what's going on in Colorado? The Nuggets win. Who gives a shit? Okay, I don't give a flying fuck if the Nuggets won. Okay, I have real problems here. So I can't sleep, boys and girls. And so every time I fall asleep, she shows up and it's in I don't know, a room with no windows and no doors, and she's trapped, and she tells me, they got me. They got me. I can't talk for long. I got to go. If they catch me, I'm in big trouble. And I'm like, well, where is that? I hope it's not HE double hockey sticks. And she tells me, well, it's not so bad. They're really not mean here, but they don't want me talking to you. And I'm just not having a good time. And that scares the living shit out of me. And every single time I go to sleep, I have the same dreams where she can only show up for a few seconds until somebody's about to catch her, and then she has to take off. And she's telling me she's not having a good time. So that leaves me with, yeah, I'm terrified. Is that what happens to us when we die? Do we end up in a room with no windows and no doors? Well, what do you call that? It doesn't sound like hell because she doesn't mention flames, but it doesn't sound like heaven. And so I have bad panic attacks every single night about the death of my mother. And I'm trying to figure out how to navigate this world like this. And so I just had a panic attack because I'm so afraid of dying. She died from cancer. Right after she died, my husband was diagnosed with cancer for the second time. So I had to go through the battle with him. He fought. We didn't think he was going to beat it. And I thought I was going to lose 2 people I love. And now my husband has to go back for more CAT scans tomorrow. Because once you get cancer, you have to keep getting CAT scans. And he went through 8 months of fighting it with chemotherapy. I went through that shit too. And people say, well, why don't you just smoke marijuana? Yeah, I tried that once or twice before, not gonna lie. Someone's like, hey, take a hit off of this. And I ended up in the ER. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I thought my heart wasn't beating anymore. And I was like touching my chest and I was like, hey, everybody, my heart's not beating anymore. I don't feel it. I'm dead. And they're like, you're not dead, you silly, you're high. And I'm like, no, I'm dead. I can't feel my heart. And so they took me to the emergency room and I got laughed at. And that's what it's like living with anxiety. You can't even hit the bong because it's going to cause more panic attacks. So before my mother died, I said, hey, Mom, do me a favor. I don't want you to die. I'm terrified. If you die, I'll die too. And she's like, oh, no, it's not going to happen for a really long time. And I was like, oh, great. That's wonderful. Because I'm an only child and I'm attached to you to the hip. And if anything happens to you, I'll die too. And she's like, don't be silly. I'm going to be here forever. And I'm like, that's really great. And then she ended up, all of a sudden the whites of her eyes turned yellow and she went to the ER. She sat in the ER for 8 hours. They wouldn't allow us in because of the the pandemic. And no visitors were allowed to go in with her. So she sat in there for 8 hours. They couldn't find a bed for her. And they put her in the maternity ward and she died a few days later. And so I no longer have a mother. I'm sort of an orphan. And she told me, oh, if anything ever happens to me, oh, you'll know I'm there. Well, hell yeah, I know she's there because every night she enters my dream and she scares the living shit out of me, telling me that she's in a place that's not very happy. And so I contacted a Catholic priest, right? And so I texted. No, I didn't text. I emailed because I have agoraphobia and I don't leave the house because of my anxiety attacks. So how else to contact the priest? So I emailed the guy and I'm like, hey, look, can you do me a favor? I need a huge favor from you. Father, whatever, I'm not going to give his name. I don't want to dox him. I'm like, Father so-and-so, can you do me a huge favor? Can you tell my mother to stop doing this? And you may think I'm insane, but my mother comes in my dreams every night and she haunts me. And he wrote me back and said, the only answer I have for you, my child, is to pray. And I'm like, I prayed already 539 times and she still comes in my dreams every night and I can't breathe and I feel like I'm dying because I keep dreaming about her And it's not a nice dream because she tells me she's trapped and they got her and they're holding her hostage. And he's like, yeah, I can arrange to come to your house if you'd like. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Yeah. And he's like, well, here's what I think you need to do. I think your problem is that you did not have any memorial services for your mother and did not bury her the Catholic way. You cremated her. So what we can do is we can have a memorial for your mother and bury her ashes. And I'm like, no, I'm not giving you her ashes. I'm definitely not going to give you her ashes. They're mine. Morbid as fuck as this picture is, these ashes are mine. And I don't want to hand them over to the Catholic Church. I don't want to hand them over to Father O'Flanagan. I don't want to hand it to him because I feel like I'm letting go. And yeah. And so what do you do? What do you do? What do you do when you're having these freaking dreams right now? I can't even breathe in. I feel like I'm going to die. My anxiety was bad before my mother died, and oh, it got much worse after she died. So what do you do when you have an overbearing mother who's dead? She doesn't leave your dreams, and she comes in every night, and she's telling you, you know what she told me one night in my dream? You're going to think I'm really fucking crazy. She's like, I got to go. And I'm like, I know you got to go, but where do you have to go? She's like, I got to go. I shit you not. She said, Mr. Stevens is telling me I have to stop talking to you. And I'm like, who's Mr. Stevens? And I Googled it, and it has something to do with Lucifer. No, I'm only kidding. Yeah, don't Google anything. Even Mr. Stevens will be a satanic name. And so I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And so I was talking to my daughter the other day because I heard her screaming from upstairs in the bedroom. And I said, what's the matter, honey? Are you okay? And she said, I just had a dream about Ma. And I'm like, what did you dream? She's like, Ma's trapped. And she told me she can't get out of where she is. And she's not very happy. She's very depressed and very sad. And she needs help. She needs our help. And I'm like, what? You're having those dreams too? So we started putting two and two together. And guess what? She's having the same dreams as me, where my mother's in a room with no windows and no doors and she's trapped. And so, is this a dream? Is it real? Or is it Memorex? You tell me, boys and girls. So, grief. What is it? Okay, so, dear God, if you can hear me, I want my mom back. And yeah, he said no. Trust me, I prayed enough times. And so, what is grief? They tell you grief comes in handy dandy little packages. It comes in stages. Oh, you're going to be in the bargaining stage. You're going to be in the angry stage. No, boys and girls. I am going to tell you that is absolute bullshit. One day you're in the angry stage, and then you revert back to the bargaining stage. And who's texting me now? It's what is it? 3:00 in the morning? I don't even know at this point. Okay, my daughter. She's afraid to go to sleep. Also, it is 1:06 a.m. here in New York, Eastern Standard Time, and we're both afraid to go to sleep because we're going to have another one of those dreams. And so back to what I was saying. Dear God, if you can hear me, I want my mom back, and it's not going to happen. So grief, what is grief? They tell you it comes in neat little packages. Well, let's find out about the neat little packages it's supposed to come in. And here we go, boys and girls. Anger, bargaining, guilt. Okay, hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Loneliness. Oh, yes, loneliness. Pain, confusion. None of these are positive. Do you see any positivity in any of these words? These are the most dank, dark words I've ever heard. Confusion, depression, denial, shock. Why is there a lot of D words here? Denial and isolation. Oh, yeah. Panic. Oh, that's my favorite. Not crying. Acceptance. Wait, we got a positive? Sadness, complicated grief disorder. Oh, yes, I have that. And acceptance and hope. Nope. I could tell you that's not going to ever happen. You're never going to accept it unless you hated the damn person, unless that person was a total douche. Rage. Oh, yes. But they're supposed to come in order. Oh, it doesn't come in order. I can guarantee you none of this shit comes in order. And so things to know. The stages of grief, how to understand your feelings. I don't understand my feelings. And nightmares. They forgot to put nightmares on the list. Yes, having dreams of your loved one telling you they're trapped and they can only have a 2 second conversation with you until Mr. Stevens or whoever else is going to come and take them and bring them away, and they're going to get caught and in trouble. So before I started making this video, I was vomiting everywhere. I kid you not, from my anxiety attack, I was vomiting everywhere. It just happens out of nowhere. You'll be fine 1 second, right? You'll be sitting there. You'll be like, you know what? I did it, man. I did it. I got through this. I can do this. This is really easy. I got it. I'm finally able to move on. And then blam, wham, blam. And then you're just crying. You're in a fetal position on the floor crying. You're like, I want my mommy. And it's never going to happen. You're never going to see them again, except for in your dreams, if you're unlucky like me. And you might be like, but that's great. You get to see your mother in your dreams. It's not great when you see someone like that you love, and they're telling you, I'm not happy. So what to do. So what could I give you advice about grief? Try to find something every single day to laugh about. That's all I can say. So I try to look at things that my mother did that were total, like, absolute, like, ridiculously, yeah, I can't even think. Yeah, I try to think of stupid things she's done, like real stupid things or funny things she's done, and then I'll start laughing my ass off, and it'll make her feel real for a second, and then I find myself in a fetal position on the floor crying because I want her back and I can't have her. So here I am Googling before this video started why I'm having pains in my chest and my heart every time I breathe in, and it told me I have cancer, and it told me I'm dying, and that's not good for someone who has anxiety disorder. No. Stay away from WebMD. It's the devil. And so what can I tell you? I'd like to know your grief stories, how you're coping through it, getting through it. You will never move past it. I will tell you right now, they tell you you can move on. You can just move forward. That's about it. And I want to know, do you guys have the nightmares? Is it just me and my daughter that are having the same exact dreams over and over again every single night? Are you terrified of going to sleep also? The only cure for me personally to get to go to sleep is to pop 2 Xanaxes. I'm not going to lie. And I'm out cold for about 5 hours. And then she appears in my dream again, telling me how unhappy she is wherever she is, which scares the living shit out of me. Because I'm like, this heaven place doesn't sound so good, does it? Maybe she's not even there. And so Father Flanagan, he told me he's going to pray for me. And I don't know, maybe you can pray for me. I'll pray for you too. Thanks for watching. See you guys all soon, and so long.